Good day. I'm James Bardi Francisco, and here's our MTCPH Community Intervention in Barangay Santa Rosa, Bulacan, presented by yours truly and Chelo Joyce Biran.
Sanitation plays a crucial role in promoting good health, child development, and social and economic advancement. However, sanitation can also prevent the development of children because if sanitation is lacking from one community, people or the children's rights cannot be achieved, as well as to have a good health, which is having good well-being. In 2015, the United Nations General Assembly recognized sanitation as a distinct right and set a goal for member states to ensure universal access to adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene, particularly for women, girls, and vulnerable populations. However, the world itself is far behind in achieving this goal, because not just one community but the whole world still lack on having sanitation services, and people itself do not practice having good hygiene as well. So let's go to the next slide. So having proper sanitation services in communities is a fundamental right for all human beings because it ensures the privacy, safety, dignity of people, as well as it needs to be affordable and accessible for everyone so that people can also maintain to have a healthy environment and to prevent them to be exposed in hazardous wastes such as motor oils, drain openers, acids, or chemicals. Sanitation is not only essential for individual well-being, but also for the collective good of society, as it promotes and also improves the good of public health. To have proper sanitation in one community, like the people that governs in the community, like barangay, must take responsibility and must take action on promoting good sanitation to everyone, such as to have a proper disposal on their community, so that people will be convinced and can learn to have good hygiene and to have care in their environment, as well as for them to be aware that the environment is important to be neat and clean because it can be a cause of creating disease that can harm them even if they are only inside their houses. Sanitation workers, who play a critical role in maintaining services, often face higher health risks because they are the ones sacrificing their lives by being exposed just for the community itself so that other people will not be harmed because of the unhealthy environment.
Here in the Barangay Santa Rosa too, we noticed that it has many waste on the road and canals, like woods, plastics, diapers, food sachets, and also a pile of garbage sacks can be found in the barangay, which reflects poor waste management. Most of the sacks we have found don't have lids or any coverings, whereas it can be a site for mosquitoes, parasitic worms, especially when moisture collects on them. With that, it can cause many infectious diseases. Diseases such as dengue, malaria, leptospirosis, and transmission of parasitic worms that can harm people in the community, especially children. So here are the pictures. Problems identified in the community are one, unsanitary environment. This can lead to the transmission of cholera, dysentery, and typhoid. Number two is the stagnant water. This can lead to leptospirosis, dengue, and malaria.
So the name that we came up for the proposed program is Clean and Erase Infections Environment Sanitation Program. So since the problem that we identified in the community is having unhealthy environment and lack of sanitation, we decided that our target is to improve the sanitation as well as the sanitation services by promoting its benefits and to increase the awareness of the residents living in the Barangay Santa Rosa 2 by informing them the risks of having a lack of sanitation environment. So let's go to the next slide. So the objectives of the program. So the objectives of our program is first to increase the awareness of the residents of the community about their environment. Second is to increase the awareness of the residents of the community about the possible health risks health health risks that could gain from having unsanitary environment. And lastly, and is to teach people in the community the effective ways to prevent those possible health risks.
So, course of action. It consists of one, conduct a seminar. We will conduct a 30-minute seminar about the risk symptoms of the following infectious diseases and prevention, which can increase the awareness of people in the barangay Santa Rosa 2, also to teach them effective ways to prevent it. Number two is voluntary cleaning service. We will convince and encourage people of the barangay Santa Rosa 2 and also the barangay officials to volunteer in the cleaning of the community. So the intention of the voluntary cleaning is to lessen the possible mosquito sites, parasitic worms, thus it can prevent the risk of dengue and other infectious diseases in the community. And also, this can increase the awareness of the resident to manage their waste and also to reduce the unwanted unwanted garbage in the streets. And here's our budgeting. For printing and dissemination, 30 pieces for questionnaires and respondents' consent. That is for the survey, 120 pesos. Printing of program proposal, consent letter for the barangay, etc. 50 pesos. And garbage bags, 40 pesos. The garbage bags always, oh, uh, the garbage bags also consist of sacks, sako. So, yeah. And the other one is token for barangay. Utensils, food, and beverages. Styrofoam, 75. Disposable cups, 40. Disposable fork, 45. Drinks, 216. Ingredients for pancit, 500 for 40 packs. Total, total is 1,086. So, if you're wondering why we prioritize in the food, because the CAP said to us that they have people that will come to participate, that will surely come to participate. And he said like 20 plus people. So that's why we we have food for them because of their help. And we also have people participate in our surveys. Reflection. So in my experience, this project is very difficult. It's difficult because we are only a pair working together in this project. But thankfully, I can say that our intervention was a success. Our intervention that got approved by Cap Melvin is the voluntary community cleaning. Scheduled in May 6 in the morning. It's exactly 6 a.m. Is our call time. So during the community cleaning, at first there are few people when we started. By the time passed, more people went and participated to clean. I think it's because the the time is very early, 6 a.m. But at least we got something done. And I'm glad to meet new people who share the same passion for making a difference in the community. Because of them, I feel a sense of accomplishment and pride in the work we have done. There's something incredibly satisfying seeing a dirty and cluttered space transformed into a clean and tidy one. There are also separate people working in the barangay cleaning the canals in the Santa Rosa 2. We also disseminate garbage bags for the residents because many people suggested to have a sariling tapunan in our survey which can help control the waste and keeping cleanliness in the community. This can raise awareness about the importance of environmental protection and waste reduction. By setting a good example and showing others how to properly dispose of trash and encourage others to adopt more environmentally friendly habits. It also prevents the spread of diseases that emerge from places where trash was thrown. Uh, I think the most challenging part in the whole process of this project is the survey because many people didn't take us seriously, but luckily we have at least 30 respondents here in the Santa Rosa too. It's very annoying that many residents didn't want to participate, but at least answering some questions, oh, especially the tricycle drivers, because we got picked on the tricycle drivers and they didn't take us really seriously. I don't know why, but that showed very little concern. They showed very little concern in the community here in Santa Rosa. But overall, I have fun meeting people and cooperate with the barangay. I have fun with that. And that's all. Thank you.
So first I'm going to introduce myself. Hello, I am Chela Joyce Viran from BSMT 1B, and I will be sharing my thoughts about what I have experienced on implementing intervention or program on barangay. So, uh, to be honest, the first thought that came into my mind when our professor, Miss Biteño, decided that JB, which is my partner, and I will be only partners for this project. And I was like, wow, this will be very hard for us like that. Because uh, out of all our classmates, we are the only ones that uh, live in Bulacan, which is when we are from Bulacan and we need to go to school, which is in CJHC, it for me, since I'm from San Jose del Monte, it takes 2 hours for me to get there in CGHC. And if there was a heavy traffic, my travel time will be um 3 hours. That's how far I am in CGHC. But good thing that I'm I only take one public transportation to get to my school, which is good because it's not very hassle, not like others. So here, let's go back. So that's the first thought that came into my mind, that it will be very hard for us both because this project is first time, literally, like first time for both of us. Like we literally have no experience with this kind of field. Like out of all our school days, it's our first time to be given this kind of project. So when the first day came and we explored both our places, which is Marilao, which where JB lived, and San Jose del Monte, which where I live, which is both of our places is also to be honest, it's also very far with each other, even though our place is in side by side. Like uh, but still, we decided that JV's Barangay is our first choice. So I will be the one who will travel for me to get to their place, and it usually take 1 hour for me to get there. And usually in Marilao, in other barangays in Marilao, there are uh, I can say that there will always a heavy traffic in one specific barangay in Marilao, because in that one specific barangay in Marilao, there are so many schools. So heavy traffic is given in that barangay because of those students. So uh, JB's place is near in Expressway in NLEX, which is the end side of Marilao. Meanwhile, I live in the end side of San Jose del Monte, so it's very far. We are very far with each other. So we got pressured when implementing the program because the program and our examination, which is both important for us, get clashed on the same day. Our examination, like our final exam. So our project, which is the day to implement our program, and our examination on one specific subject got clashed at the same day. So we were like um, running back and forth because it was very hard to chase the time as always. And we were like, oh no, we are already late. I hope there's a bus the moment we got there. So we are very uh we literally experience hardship. So one thing why we experienced hardship was because the barangay itself is not very cooperative for us. Uh the first the first day when the first day came and we talked to the barangay, to JB's barangay, uh we thought that the barangay will be very cooperative for us and willing to help us to implement the program as well as to help us to finish our project. But when the day came on implementing the program, the barangay is like they are late, late at taking an action like that. So it's very hard. That's why we experience hardship like that. So also, when we were getting data from our survey, because it is required for our project, getting data for survey, because of course it is important to know uh, each uh, each people's opinions about their environment as well as their opinion regarding the lack of sanitation in their community. So other residents actually in from JB's community uh, do not cooperate with us. So other residents actually uh, give us some opinions, but still do not want to help us in implementing the program and as well as to participate in our program that will be implemented. That's how hard. That is why it's a good thing that I have a friend that is from that community. So I contacted my friend to get some help. So I was very thankful for that for my friend. So and also we experience hardship on taking data from surveys and from the residents is because no one in the barangay officials help us on getting some data by answering the surveys. So, but overall, even though we experienced hardship on this project, I learned, of course, in every hardship, you will learn in some way, unique way. So I learned that it was how the officials implement their program, especially when promoting good health for the community, and to know each other, no, and to know each of people's opinions towards their environment or their community itself. So it is true that if wants to improve something, then the person must be ready for hardship because not all people will be cooperative for implementing that program. So I believe in the quote that not all things will go in your way. There will be always hardship that you will face in every journey or every that you will in every journey that you will experience. Um that's how I believe in life. So that's all my reflection. It's hard, but I learned a lot because not just that we teach people in JB's community about their unhealthy environment or unsanitary environment, but we also learn that it is important for us to have sanitary environment. So that's all my reflection for this whole project. So thank you.